What's going on, guys? This is Pac-Man Jake back with another piece of news coming out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, and that is they have signed another football player, and that is another wide receiver. They have doubled up at the position, and they grabbed Malik Turner from the Seattle Seahawks. And the other piece of news is that the Dallas Cowboys have agreed to terms with Everson Griffen, the defensive end that the Packers were interested in, but it was the Dallas Cowboys to pull the trigger and were able to get Everson Griffen to their football team. I'd like to touch up on Everson Griffen, but first back to Malik Turner. As you can tell here by the stats, that there is definitely a little bit more experience under Malik's belt than there was for Travis Fulgham. He's gotten almost a full season of playing time and 3 starts under his belt with 15 catches and 245 yards and a touchdown. I can see the possibility of Malik being a pretty decent contributor as a depth receiver behind some of our players, but yet talented Equanimeous St. Brown and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, as well as our number 2, Allen Lazard. So I like the pickup. It's not really something to really get super excited about, but I really like the signing. It's probably going to be it's another low risk, possibly a pretty good reward type of signing. And let's just say I'm just glad it's a wide receiver, even though it's kind of underwhelming, but I'd like to welcome Malik Turner to the Green Bay Packers, and now going to Everson Griffen, who agreed to a 1-year contract worth up to $6 million with the Dallas Cowboys. And when I saw this piece of news, I was like, this is it? Just $6 million for a year for a talented Pro Bowl caliber defensive end in Everson Griffen? That's how much the Cowboys had to give up for him, and the Packers didn't. I take it that the Packers may have shown a little bit of interest, but they probably were really not quite all that interested after all. That is my assumption going into all this. And it, like I said, going back to an earlier video on touching up on the possibility of signing Griffen, the Packers don't really need an edge rusher, but it certainly would have been interesting if the Packers had been able to pick up Everson Griffen. Just imagine Everson Griffen with the Smith brothers, Rashawn Gary, those guys getting all 4 of those guys getting on the field at once. That is something that would have been something to behold. And we can see here by this, the Cowboys' projected starting defensive line, with Everson probably starting at left defensive end. He will start alongside probably Tristan Hill at left defensive tackle, Gerald McCoy at right defensive tackle, and then you have the Pro Bowl starting right defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence. So that's going to be a really good defensive line for the Dallas Cowboys heading into their 2020 season. So this is a very good signing for the Cowboys. And with all that said, I will catch you guys later for another video. Go Pack, go.